a whole chat about understanding emotions, feeling your emotions, managing your emotions.
Yeah.
It comes out every single day. Like, it's a severely underrated art form.
Yeah.
Because people, like, right now, I've got a bigger fucking axe to grind with the men, you know, like the men influences.
Yeah.
That, like, fuck your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Cool. But, like, if you don't understand your feelings, you're still gonna be suffering from it. They're not going away. They're still guiding you. It's just now you don't even know what's going on. You know.
Yeah. And a lot of the times as well, like that suppression of feelings and all that stuff. That's what causes a lot of illnesses.
Yeah, most likely.
And I'm a big kind of advocate of this. Like, it's something that my mum kind of taught me as well. Like, don't. One thing she's always said to me is like, don't go to sleep angry.
Right.
I don't know if
Yeah. I mean, my dad's version of this was never let the sun go down on your anger. But yeah.
Exactly. It's the same principle, but it's just that to kind of say like, don't suppress your emotions, right? To a point where, because you never know what could happen. So you could pass away with stuff that you're holding in, and you never resolve it. But it's also that kind of transferring of energy. So that person that you're angry at or you're angry with, they live on with that, and that's in them. Like, oh no, that person died, and they were mad at me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting,
And that just kind of carries on, and it, manifests in their life in different way, but yeah.
Interesting, that's an interesting point, actually.
Yeah, but going back to what you're saying about the influences as well, like, I hate that as well, the suppress your emotions, like, you're not a real man if you're crying and stuff like that. But at the same time, that's something that you're taught, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they learned it from somewhere, or they came up with it partially. But
I remember there was this one time, I can't remember what I was upset about. I was probably like 7, and I was crying. Like, I was crying about something. I think it was just really passionate,
if you care about something,
And my dad was just like, "Why are you crying?" And I was just crying.
Because you care. Because you care. And
but from then on, I was just kind of like, all right, cool. Like, if something's wrong, don't cry about it. Just move on.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great on paper.
It sounds great, but then you turn into an adult and you're just pissed off about stuff, and there's this build up of emotion where usually you can just, naturally you're just supposed to let it go, then you can figure it out,
Yeah, you're supposed to express it,
if you need to shout, if you need to cry, if you need to, just speak to someone, instead of sitting there silently and just being like,
we all know that moody guy, we all have that friend that's just like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And it just, you're clearly not fine. Like, you're sitting there like you're contemplating murder. Like, I'm okay.
Bro, that's apart from the contemplating murder, but that's me type of thing. So I'll just like, just kind of sit there and try and convince myself, nah, you're good. But internally, I'm like, I'm fuming. That person pissed me off, but don't show your emotion. But at the same time, it's also like exploring stoicism. Which can be toxic sometimes as well, because that's what that plays into. So I'm like, right, I'm not going to show my emotion because I want to present myself as someone who can't be hurt by.
But that's bullshit. But I get it. So I've got a bone to pick with stoicism, because there's things I agree with it.
Yeah.
But I've just realized that like, there's a fundamental misunderstanding at the core of it, because it's blaming emotions in general, as opposed to like talking about how, or let's say you got triggered by something and you go, why am I triggered by that? But like, you don't even know what is affecting within.
Yeah.
So like, quite often, if you don't know what you're feeling and why you're feeling the way you are, is because you do not understand yourself.
Yeah.
Right? This has been my new revelation, therapy and a lot of work on myself, of like, you're the captain of your own ship, right?
For sure.
But your ship, you know, if there's crew members, they send you feedback of like, Captain, this is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, you get all that. If you get in the habit of always ignoring those feelings, you don't know what the fucking feedback is.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's also this idea, if you're gonna change yourself, it's gotta be like immediate.
Yeah.
But like turning a ship, you know, that bitch is hard. You know what I mean? Like, that takes ages.
Yeah.
So, and quite often is like, whenever you get triggered by an emotional thing, like in the moment you might not even realize why it is. So I kind of go, you know, right, like there's things that I've forgotten about that are coming back right now. Just let them play out so I know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I need to like lunge at someone, but at least internally, at least, and sometimes I express it as well, but I let it play out.
Yeah.
Don't try to be on top of it straight away.
Yeah. No, definitely. But at the same time, it's a work in progress. Like I would say to anyone listening to our conversation, thinking like, "Oh, that's me." You know, don't then kind of be extra hard on yourself and be like, "Oh, why am I like this? Like, I shouldn't be." You know,
because that's what you know. Again,
yeah. So like,
it's gonna take a while to change.
Yeah, give yourself some grace, man.